Hello and welcome to Bradford for today's World Final. Myself and my personal assistant, Mr. Roger Bromley, will be bringing you some exclusive footage and some behind the scenes content from today's event. It's looking very good out here already, Roger, isn't it?
It's looking amazing. I'll tell you what, the cars are so beautifully presented, the amount of work and energy that's gone into it. Apart from that, the spectators, there's already loads and loads of spectators here. It's just brilliant. It's a really nice atmosphere. What a place to be. And where else would you want to be on a Saturday in September?
Are you excited?
No, not at all. I'm absolutely exhilarated. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be amazing.
And you were pleased with your high-vis jacket with my name on it?
It says Jonathan Abbott, personal assistant, but probably much more importantly, it does say Roger 14. Thank goodness, otherwise people wouldn't know who I was, and nor should they.
Enjoy the show.
Loving it.
It's about Bradford with outside row 2, 217 Lee Fairhurst. Lee, we said, can we talk? And you said, let's talk about Coronation Street.
Yeah, well, what else is there on today?
I don't know. A big event, there's a gold roof at stake.
Yeah, something like that, so we're looking forward to it,
Yeah. Are you feeling comfortable with where you are starting on the grid?
Yeah, definitely. You know, like I say, we're at the right end of the grid, and we've got a chance just like everyone else, and we'll certainly be getting stuck in hopefully, and do our best.
We spoke at Sheffield, you got your bad luck out of the way because you did something to the car at Sheffield, and kind of, so that's out of the way, ready for today?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously things go wrong when you're in a contact sport, and you realise where things need a bit more strength and things, so it's good that happened before here. So we have a few good results recently. Kings in final, and I'm quite happy with where the car's at, and obviously tried to improve it a bit again for today, so hopefully we can squeeze a bit more extra on it, and we don't put new tyres on for fun, and we've got new tyres on today, so let's go for it.
The outside at Bradford, it looks like it's got the most grip. The inside doesn't look as grippy. So it's kind of okay being out there, isn't it?
Don't really know until you set off, because the first few laps are going to be a bit unknown.
Yeah.
Because although the track's been like that, you don't know how they're going to prep it prior to the race. So I guess we won't know until we're on the rolling lap, and we're going to be going into second gear. So we'll just play it by ear, and hopefully we'll just make a decision going down the home straight, what position we're in, and what we do, and go from there. That's all I've ever done when I've raced.
Yeah.
So just do it as and when you.
So you don't sort of pre-think it? Are you not like pre-thinking the race in your mind and go, I might do this, I might do that? It's just in the moment.
Anything could happen. Yeah, someone could miss a gear change, and then you're in a different position what you think you are, and you just got to make them split-second decisions. And if it's the right thing, it's the right thing, and if it's not, it wasn't meant to be, is it?
No. You seem very relaxed.
I am. I'm not an experienced driver, but I've done it enough times now, and like when you go out and race in New Zealand in the team racing and stuff like that, it kind of settles your nerves when you're out here for the big races. So to me, you don't get any more nervous when you're racing than finals of the team racing. So World Finals, just treat it as another race, and we'll do our best we can.
And it's at Bradford, which is fantastic.
Yeah, who'd have thought that like a few years ago? If you said that, it'd been a dream come true for everyone. So I'm just glad we're here, and thanks to Star Tracks for putting it on, and thank you to everyone who's coming and watching us.
Good luck for today, Lee.
Cheers, thank you.
Inside row 2. Should we do that again? Inside row 2 at Bradford is 166 Bobby Griffin. Bobby, do we talk about what you're going to do on that first corner? How many people have asked you that since you were drawn there however many weeks ago?
Oh, a fair few now. But you'll all have to wait and see.
That's good. Well, when this goes out, we'll have found out what you've done. But it's difficult, isn't it? Because I guess Tom's got a lot of pressure on him because he's on inside pole, and it feels like there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders a little bit around. We know Tom's fast, and if he gets away, and people are thinking, is Bobby going to do something?
Yeah, that's right. But at the end of the day, there's another 35 cars out there who could do them as well. So it's not just me; it's down to everybody. If they want to win, they've got to use the bumpers of the stock car. So we'll just see how the race goes and take it as it comes, as I usually do.
So 2019, you kind of came to sort of prominence toward the end of the season. The silver roof was very much yours potentially. This year, you kind of bit of a slow start, and then we've got going again, haven't we?
So I took a bit of warming up, but now I seem to be getting back into the stride, and got 2 good cars, so I can't wait for the silver roof as well. That'll be good fun as well.
So looking at the track, do you think the inside where you're starting is the best position?
I'm just glad to be in it. I don't care where I start. I've got the chance like everybody else. So we'll know later kind of thing if it was better or not. So we'll see.
Have you done much of the car in preparation, or has it just been a case of just checking everything over, or Daz checking everything over?
Yeah. Daz and Pete and Jordan, they've all had input to it. It's been nerfed, bumpered, painted, and a few tweaks here and there as well. So
you've got to make that effort, though, haven't you? Because the World Final is the biggest race of the calendar. So
that's right. Yeah, it's winner take all. So we're going to have to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are hoping that you do. So and make a race of it, and I think that's what we want to see as a crowd, don't we?
That's what it's about. It's stock cars. So.
It is. Yeah. Bobby, thank you very much. Good luck today.
Cheers. Thanks.
Starting row 13 inside is 73 Chris Cowley. Chris, we've been here for 10 minutes. We've waited for you to do your hair, put your collar up. You're looking good.
You know, it's in the limelight. It's difficult. You know? I don't know how these celebrities do it every day of the week, because I'm rushing around, struggling, and but we're coping. It's all right.
Mark Sargent did say, I need to ask you why the collar is up. He said, is it a new style that we all need to get on, or?
Well, I mean, it worked in the 90s, didn't it? I'm just trying to grow the middle part in, and I'll have short back of sides and a bit of a step, and we'll be there. Big hoops back in the air, so yeah, why not?
It's very good. So Bradford, it wasn't a great story.
No, it was. It started great, in the heat. The car was going really well, and obviously we all know what happened after that. We went up and over. To be honest with you, we didn't get a lot of damage from that.
No.
We thought we'd come all this way, took the wing off, we'll have another go. And yeah, maybe I should have just put it back in the bus, but because after that we couldn't even get it in the bus. So yeah, luckily Matt Newsom had his big rig, and it got forklifted onto there, and it was a bit of a mess.
Yeah, so. But looking today, you wouldn't have even known. It looks beautiful again.
Thank you. Yeah, we haven't raced since the Skegness semi. Since we qualified, we thought, well, we had some sponsors that have come on board since then, and we thought we wanted to put it right for the World Final. We're in it, so it's only fair to the sponsors, and also to my dad and to the guys here. We try our best, and we want to look professional. We're in the big show, so yeah, let's make it look good. So I think with the gold, I think it'd go well.
It looked very well. So you are starting row 13 inside, aiming for the gold roof. How do you rate your chances from there?
Well, I've got a secret weapon.
Okay, let's show us.
So, and I don't think anyone else has got this, and I've not even thought about this.
No.
But I've got a bit of Lynx Africa.
I like that. Yeah.
If you ask any bloke, right, if you use Lynx Africa, you're on for a winner. Don't care what you say.
So is that going in the cab somewhere? Have you built a little holder for it?
The parade lap. It's going to be there. So don't worry, I'm going to have a quick spray just before we get in, and that's it. I'm going to be feeling confident. But joking aside, I think I've never finished a World Final yet. I'd like to finish a World Final. I really think I can get a top 6.
Yeah.
I'm going to be pushing, because they're not going to pull wide for me. So let's just see what we can do.
Brilliant. And I guess in terms of a winner, is it Tom's race?
The winner's whoever comes second, because Tom's in a separate race. So Tom's in a race of his own, and then whoever comes second's actually won. So yeah, I mean, Tom's been ballistic. You can't take nothing away from the lad. He's a credit to himself and to his team. I honestly don't think anyone else has had an answer for him this year. He's been on it every race. Ryan Harrison's been quick, Nigel Green's been quick when he's raced, but Tom's always just had that little bit extra, especially for the finals. I think a lot decides on what Craig Finnikin's going to do. He's got to get in front in Tom on the first bend, or when the green flag drops, sorry. And then that'll bank Tom up a little bit. We'll be in the firing line for Lee and Bobby, and then so it depends on what they do. So I'm hoping they all go out and have a massive carnage, and
you just come through.
13th row inside, we'll just come tootling through nicely, and that'll be the place to be. So.
Brilliant. Have a great race, Chris, and thank you for doing your hair for us.
No problem.
Row 10 inside, 555 Frankie Raymond Jr. We've got a very beautiful backdrop.
Yeah, we have. It's nice. Not bad.
You like Bradford, don't we?
Yeah.
Did you like Bradford after the first meeting?
Not particularly, no. I welded the fence up, so I managed to test it, test the welds on it, and I wasn't happy with the meeting and how much damage I got, but at the end of the day, it's...
Is that your sister doing that?
No, it's Paul Hines.
Who's doing
If I get behind him in the World Final, he's going straight in.
I like that. I'm
going to try and get him on the post that I got first meeting. That's what I'm going to do.
Hello, you're right. It's like a family affair. It's brilliant. Bring them all in. Get Danny, we're all right, we're good.
Ain't got enough food for them all.
So the first Bradford, like we've kind of alluded to, was very damaging, brand new car this year, and it was just like, you must have been, I can't be doing with this.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking. Like the amount of damage we had was just unbelievable. And it was a case of stripping the entire car down to just a bare chassis and starting again with a lot of stuff. And before that meeting, I got the car really nice and where I wanted it. And since then, I've not been to the same pace that I had before the crash.
Yeah.
So we've been experimenting with it and trying all sorts of different stuff, and we're getting somewhere with it bit by bit.
So you're feeling comfortable going into today's race because you are kind of quite a way down the grid?
Yeah.
Do you think you can get a good position from there?
I believe you can, especially around here. I mean, I can't see there not being a big crash, especially around here. You know, I'd imagine there'll be a few wave yellows, and with cars going out, I think a lot of the time, if you just keep your car pointing the right direction and keep going round, then you're going to end up there somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it could be one of them where it comes down to whoever's not crashed, basically.
Yeah.
And I think it's anyone's race tonight.
Good.
Depending on what the front boys do, obviously.
Absolutely. So Tom is off the front, and then there's 5 of you lot in there. There's yourself, there's Phoebe, there's your dad, there's Carl, there's Danny. Have you been talking about it at the farm this week? Kind of going, what should we do? Has it all just been? Have you all been closely guarded secret?
There's not a lot we can do really. Me, Phoebe, and me dad are a fair way back, so we've just got to try get our car through the pack really. Danny's fairly up there, and I don't know, I think there's enough experience with the front lads, so they're not daft, and the fast cars will want to they want to get rid of the other fast cars. So
hello Phoebe.
Hi.
So we were just talking about the race and where you're starting on the race. Are you feeling comfortable today?
I am actually. I think I like where I'm starting. I'm starting right behind him.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Just follow him through, and I think I am follow him in. Now I am pretty confident, to be honest, because I feel like there's no pressure on me.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just going to go out, try and enjoy the race, and finish it if I can, and I'd be happy with that, to be honest.
Good. I like this. We're very close. I like all of this. Yeah, good. So in terms of yourselves, Bradford is like your home track. A lot of publicity in the paper this week around you guys racing. It's great for the sport, and especially you being one or two females in the race.
Yeah, well, 3 of us now. Wendy's in it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 3 of us, which is amazing. But yeah, we had a piece in the Telegraph and Argus yesterday, which was really, really good. I interviewed for that in the week, and it's nice. Soon the girls are all going to be doing something with the BBC. So I think getting the publicity for the sport is really, really important. I think, and I think it's really good.
Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of kind of with you guys, obviously there's 5 members of the family in the race. So come Monday morning when you sat there at the farm, is it going to be like bragging rights, whoever finishes best, or?
I think I said before, we're more happy for each other, aren't we? I think. If Frankie does really well, I'm so happy for him, and I think we do brag and we do have a bit of banter in the garage and stuff, but I don't think there is no serious competition between us, and it is more just banter, and I enjoy it. Really.
Good. When I was talking to Tom Harris, he said that your semi-final performance was the best he's seen you drive. He thinks you're in a great chance today. He did.
Wow, I haven't watched.
He said nothing about you. He didn't say about you. It was just all about Phoebe.
I'm a bit upset, I'm not going to lie.
No, I really enjoyed the semi-final actually, and I think a lot of people said it was a really good race to watch, and that it was it's really action-packed, and I think I was happy to finish it because left, right and centre, I was just going down, there's people spinning out here, people crashing down, I was like, oh my god, what is happening? And I think to finish I was happy, and then when I pulled up, initially I got 7th, and then they put me down to 8th, but when they told me I had 7th I just cried because I was like, oh my god, I didn't even know I was that high up, and it was just such a happy moment.
Enjoy the parade lap, enjoy the race, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So we're at Bradford with 34 Mal Brown. Mal, you're starting outside row 7. People are saying you're a dark horse for this race.
I think it's a long way. To the front. But,
do you?
You never know, do you?
No, absolutely not. So Bradford's back. Did you ever think we'd be back here having a world final?
I keep thinking that I might retire, and then Bradford's back, and I think, well, I'll give it another year or 2 maybe.
Because John Lunn's the same. He was like, right, I'm just going to milk my cows, and now he's back racing a bit more often as well.
I might cool down a bit,
Okay. So what's your thoughts on Bradford? Is it very similar to how it was kind of back in the day?
To be honest, I don't think it's been consistent yet. I just had first meeting was terrible. The second and third were really slick, but I kind of got the car going all right. And then last meeting they introduced loads of shale and it worked
different again.
With the cars.
Yeah. I was talking to Lee Fairhurst when you came in the pits at that last Bradford, and he was saying to me, Mal Brand doesn't do much to the exterior of his car, but underneath it all, he's proper fast underneath all them panels. He's got some nice stuff under there. That's what Lee. I know.
It's just a standard 510 and standard. That's it. LD axle. Might never touch out, you know, but.
That's Roger Bromley for you.
Yeah.
So in terms of road 7, you think you're kind of too far back? Are you expecting a big push?
You never know.
First corner?
If there's a mass pile up, you might get a chance to. Yeah. If I can stick bumper in, I might do it, but I think I'll have to overdo it a bit. Yeah, some days the car feels good and I can overdo it and we get to front, don't we? But
so let's say you won the Gold Reef tonight. What would that mean to you?
That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? Yeah. I might have to race a bit more, might I?
Yeah, that's the only downside to it.
It's only downside. I'm very busy at work.
Yeah. So if you're not going to win it, who do you think's kind of the main guy tonight?
Tom's car looked really good last meeting. You know, I thought Ryan were really on it, and he looked to struggle a bit, and broke Craig on the last meeting.
Yeah.
But you know, I think Craig always finds a bit of something.
Yeah. Craig just appears, doesn't he? We've said that on many interviews. He just appears from nowhere.
And Lee's always a bit there, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. It's I think the Tom issue aside, we've got a load of drivers up front that could take the title. Is what we're saying.
Yeah.
And we don't know what the track's going to do we?
Paul Harrison's starting in front of me, and his car's old, isn't it? But I think he's a lot better underneath than mine.
Do you reckon? Would you? Maybe have a word on the way back up. Mel, thank you so much. Did you do some driver signings as well?
Yeah.
You're like a superstar now, lot. I tell you what. Good luck for tonight. Cheers, Mel. So row 13 outside is 216 Jack France. Jack, you were saying before that with you and Chris on the same row, it's the best looking row of this World Final.
Row 13's got to be the best looking.
Do you think that?
No. It's a good place to start, but I mean, it's going to be hard work to definitely get on podium from there, but I mean, all can happen in the World Final, can't it? And hopefully there's going to be a few yellow flags and we can get us way somewhere near front.
Well, you've done every Bradford and you've been very quick than what I've seen. Are you feeling kind of confident?
Yeah, I am down here. We sort of, here in Sheffield, our car seems to really suit because it's a big block engine.
Yeah.
And so we've just really worked on these two tracks to get it, to where it is now. And we've made a couple more changes. We've had to have engine rebuilt since the last Sheffield. It's had to have some piston rings in it, so it's a fresh engine for this weekend, and hopefully we'll be on it.
You've just done the driver signing. It's fantastic, isn't it? Like you've got an event like this, World Final, and just the amount of fans that we've got knocking around and wanting to kind of sort of speak and interact with drivers.
That's it. Yeah, it's good to get all fans, and even still, they're in pits as well.
Yeah.
There's thousands and thousands of people here. It's definitely one meeting.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. Even just to be on grid, it's unbelievable. Everybody wanting to come up and get your autograph and stuff. It's good. Yeah, it's good.
So if you're not going to win the World Final, Chris is not going to win the World Final, who is going to win the World Final?
Honestly, I'd like to say Bob.
Yeah.
Because he's worked hard for it.
Yeah.
He's got his place on grid right up there as well. He's probably in the best spot.
Yeah.
If somebody can just sort Tom out at the first couple of laps and not let him get away, they don't even have to put him over the fence. Just get him back a few cars, so he's got to work for it. And I think a lot of fans, it'll get fans going as well.
Of course.
A real close race.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of noise around Bobby, and he seems very relaxed about it all.
Yeah, he is. He's Bobby. I've known Bob for a while now. We've been racing together for a while, and he's just nothing will faze him.
Yeah.
People come up to him and say, are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? He's just so laid back about it. So I hope it's a good race for everybody. He'll do his best.
Thank you so much. Good luck from row 13, the best looking row, and may talk to you when you win the Gold Reef. You never know.
Hope so.
Cheers, Jack. Thank you. Outside row 15 is Katherine Harris. Katherine, thank you very much for doing this. Been at the driver signing. Starting in front of you is Liam Gilbank. Have you been talking to him? What are you going to do about him on that first corner?
Yeah, we both just said, just foot flat to the floor, see what happens. Going into it, I just want to experience it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens.
Yeah, we spoke very much at the beginning of the year, and you were like, just tarmac. We now want shale.
Yeah, a bit unexpected. Obviously, when we got the shale semi, thanks to the big brother, Paul Press kindly lent us the car, and I was looking forward to it. No expectations or anything, and we managed to qualify, which was awesome. And Paul Press said, keep the car, do what you want with it, and so massive thanks to him to get us here today.
That's very kind of him, very kind.
Yeah, very, absolutely.
It's great on the World Final grid tonight. We've got yourself and Phoebe. It's a real kind of good news story about the sport. It's not just these big burly males that race stock cars. Actually, there's some very attractive females that are in there as well. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's amazing to be a part of it anyway, and for me and Phoebe to both be on the grid, it's great. So yeah, fingers crossed.
A lot of noise about your brother, Tom. Have you spoken about him much in the week?
You know, we wind each other up a bit, saying who's going to be put in the fence first. And I've said to him, if he gets put on turn 1, then he can wave to me when I'm driving past.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's racing, isn't it? Yes. Anything can happen. So yeah, we'll see.
Good luck tonight. Go and do some more driver signing bits.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers, Katherine. So we've got 346 Ashley England with us here at Bradford. Ashley, we've spoken to your row mate, Katherine Harris. You're on inside row 15. Are you looking forward to the World Final?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously never raced here before, so it's going to be an experience. Obviously first laps around here, but hopefully get a finish, top 10 maybe, but as long as I finish I'll be happy.
Second World Final, isn't it? This time.
Second World Final, raced at Kingsley in 2019, so both on Chow, still not got a tarmac World Final yet.
No. So that's the thing, isn't it? You just concentrate your racing on tarmac and you don't venture on sale. Why is that?
Well, basically when I raced F2s I just did tarmac, and then jumping into the F1s we've been on tarmac for the whole time, so we do go well on tarmac. Maybe in the future we'll think about getting a shell car and doing a proper full season, but for the moment just tarmac.
Because you don't live in a traditional stock car heartland for Formula 1s, you're very much down there somewhere, aren't you?
Yeah, down in Essex. It's very far away from everywhere. Closest track really is Northampton, but obviously don't race there now. So Ipswich is the next closest, so racing there is nice because it's closer.
Yeah, of course. So you said you did Formula 2s prior to Formula 1, so what was the attraction of coming into the Formula 1?
Well, obviously my granddad and my dad had obviously raced F1s. We always thought about it, but it sort of started to come around when I'd had a few goes. And then had a go in Frank's car at the end of 2017 Gala night, and we decided why not, we may as well do it, we can do it. So we've been doing well recently. And
they're very noisy as well. We like that about stock cars.
Yeah, a lot more noisier than the F2.
To have Nigel Green here with me, starting row 5 outside at Bradford. It's a beautiful evening, Nigel. We're enjoying the sunshine.
Yeah, we're blessed tonight, aren't we? In sunny Bradford. Yeah, it's got all the ingredients to be a good night.
Yeah. We spoke pre-semi-final, kind of expectations going to Skegness. You were like, well, the car's in the workshop, not touched it for ages. You went and got a great result. Are you kind of hoping for something similar tonight?
Well, naturally, we're here to win. That's what it's all about. The semi-final wasn't so much; it was just to get on the grid. I know tonight's going to be busy, and I expect a lot of yellow flags. So if we can work my way to the front and still have my car straight, then I should be. I'm hoping to be fast enough to give the faster people a run for the money, and we'll just see how the race pans out. Really.
Do you think if Tom gets away, that's it? It's all over? Because that's what everybody's saying. That's the noise, isn't it? If Tom gets away, then we're not going to catch him.
Well, it's quite narrow, isn't it, this track? And you see in some of the other races where back markers can just trip you up no matter what you do, and if you get dragged in the middle, you're out of the race. Tom's definitely fast. I haven't actually seen him when I raced here at the start of the year. I won, but there was no lap time, so I don't know where I was compared to him. But I think if anyone gets away at the front, the lads are starting at the front of the grid for a reason, because they're good drives and they've got good equipment. So with this, if the wrong people trip themselves up and let the front man go, with the back markers, as long as they move the back markers out of the way, those at the front can stay away. And if there's a stoppage and you've got back markers, and then they'll probably work as an advantage because you can get gone with a clear track. So I think Tom's the fastest man, but anyone can get away. It's just, we'll see, won't we? I expect Craig to be in the lead at the first corner, to be honest.
Because the grip's on the outside?
I think so, I think he'll get a run, and then it's sort of how the race is sort of managed with everyone from then on.
Nigel, I need to cut you short, because those two there are going to get us in trouble. you need to go. Good luck for tonight, and we'll maybe talk to you later on.
Yeah.
Cheers, Nigel. Thanks so much. So we're in the pit lane with number 93, Sam Makin. We've just listened to the driver briefing. There's a lot to take in.
Just a bit.
Have you remembered it all?
Well, I'll try and refresh myself with a little letter, but I read it before and I still can't remember half of it. But
so it's your first World Final this year, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Are you excited?
Well, I say excited. I don't want to get too excited and build my hopes up, because to be realistic, I've got no chance of winning. But so just be in it and try and finish. If I get in the top 10, that's a win for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of this season, I mean, we just spoke a minute ago. I said probably your best ever season. You said maybe not so much, but you won a great final at Kings Lynn a couple of months ago.
Results-wise, this year I would say probably is the best, getting in the World Final and winning a final. But consistency-wise, I'd say probably 2019, keeping blue top all season was an achievement. I mean, again, this season could get better yet. If I get, I'll be happy with a top 10 finish. Absolutely.
So in terms of the World Final race, obviously it's a huge occasion. It's the biggest event of the year. I mean, that go around on that parade lap's going to be something special, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, everyone asks if you get nervous, and I've been not putting myself down, but lowering my expectations. Since we qualified, I don't want to get too excited now, and just to enjoy the moment, you know. When we first started, we had dreams of being at World Final, and now we're in it, and it's a big occasion, and I mean, it would have been nice to have some more Dutch here, wouldn't it? Drinking in the pits and whatnot, but we'll just have a good go of it and try and enjoy ourselves.
Does it give you the motivation though to go, right, do you know what, I've achieved this, now I want to go on and maintain blue and then push for red, and or is it time and money the factors?
The problem with time and money is you can work more and have more money, but you've got no time. And the same with time, you can work less, but you've not got the money. I would love to be a red top. When we first set out, that was we have goals. Obviously, everybody wants to be a red top at some point, and whether we do it for a month or whether we manage to keep it for a couple. When I first started, I spent most of my time at red because I'd spin off at the start, and now we seem to get a bit of consistency, and at times aren't flashy every week, but we're managing to put some consistent laps together, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're kind of sat there, you've got a few kind of top drivers in front of you. Who's your tip tonight to take gold?
I'd like to see Ryan win it. He's helped us out massively in the whole time we've been racing. When we first got the car, it was difficult to drive. We didn't know much about it, and he transformed it totally. It would be nice to see someone make a torsion bar car work, but that's another subject. But I'd like to see Ryan, or just someone someone random really. Tom's a worthy champion. He's definitely earned it. He's one of the fastest people on shale, but. It'd be good to see. To be honest, I don't really care who wins. My main thing is it's a good race for the fans. I mean, like I said, if Tom wins, that's great. Just to have a good stock car race to win it would be great, rather than him just sailing off into the distance. That's really the main thing I would like to see. Whether it's from the centre green or whether it's from 2 laps down.
Or you can watch it back on video if you get a top 10, so you'll be all right. Sam, good luck tonight. Thank you for taking time out to talk to me, and fingers crossed for a good race for you.
Well, let's hope so.
Cheers, Sam. Thank you. Walking through the pits at Bradford and came across Stuart Smith Jr. Stuart, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So what are your thoughts about all of this then?
Well, it's amazing, isn't it? For one, I can't believe we're back here. It was a few years ago we came to show the cars at a rugby match, and I brought my little boy, and I said, Grandad used to race around here, he's won a world final around here, and this was Daddy's favourite track when he was a little boy, and now I've brought him to watch a world final, and it's fantastic.
It's a huge buzz. We've kind of me and sort of Roger have walked around the stadium, and there's so many people, and it just seems there's this huge buzz tonight.
I think the people are just excited to be here. Odsal, and now it's a world final as well, and everything seems to be going the right way here as well. They've got around the teething problems that everybody knows about, and I think the place will just go from strength to strength after tonight, and tonight as well. It's going to be good.
So in terms of the actual race itself, I mean, we spoke to drivers today. First time kind of somebody who's not in the race. Who's your thoughts on kind of actually they're going to do it?
I'll be honest, I can't look past Tom Harris. He's different league really at the moment, and I think he will be for the next 5 years, I believe. And the reason is because he's a very good driver. You know, we all know that. 2, he's utterly dedicated to it, and 3, he's got a really good team behind him. And there's just nobody willing to step up that notch up to his level. I think drivers like Greeny can do it, definitely. I think he's really the one that could do it. But then you've got Ryan, you've Dan Johnson, which has gone away from the sport. But who knows, he might come back, who knows. But I just can't look past Tom. I think if he gets 2 clear corners with no contacts, no understeer or anything like that, I think he'll be gone. And then it'll be a race for second. But there's only one thing that I'm thinking to myself might happen, and that's Craig Finnikin gets through and he dries out and Craig drives the dry track correctly. I think that's the only thing I can see happening. Wouldn't we all love Lundy to come through?
Absolutely. So, I mean, in terms of that, and John's obviously on the back of the grid. Every driver you speak to is going, Lundy's on it. I mean, the place is going to erupt when he comes out.
That's half the reason why I've come here. I've lost my voice already, and I'm going to start shouting for John, so it'll be gone by the night's over. Everyone wants John Lund to be up there, and let's hope he is. You know, I hope he gets a really good finish, but I just hope he enjoys that moment when he drives out, and everybody gives that appreciation for his career and his everything he's done for the sport. You know, I think it's going to be the biggest cheer of the night.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. When I spoke to him after the consolation semi-final, he got second. He was just very humble by it all. He was just, I'm just so pleased to be in a World Final. It's like,
it's John all over. It's John all over, isn't it? You know, he's all you get out of him is that arm out the cab, and that's it. After then, you don't get any other reaction other than, oh, you're all right.
So you're here at Bradford, you're watching. I guess there is part of you that's a bit like, I wish I was out there. There's got to be, hasn't there?
Yeah, 100%. I went to the EF2 World Final last week, and the show that was put on there, I just felt like, you know, I really want to be part of this again. And then coming here today, I don't know, I feel more like a fan. And I've kind of, maybe I've embraced it, I don't know. But seeing this track, this was a track where I first thought to myself when I was a kid, I really want to have a go. And I never did want to race until I was about 13 or something like that. Until I came here watching my brother and Lundy and Falding and Frank and all these legends race around this legendary track. It made me want to race. And coming back here now, who knows if it gives me the same feeling, but nice.
When you get home tonight, just kind of reflect and think, actually, I need to be back there.
I need a lottery win as well. That would be
Stuart, thank you so much for taking time out to talk to us. Enjoy tonight and make sure you cheer Lundy.
Oh, I definitely will. Don't worry.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
So we're at the Bradford World Final, and we thought it would be quite interesting to get some views of some of the drivers, wives and partners. First up, we've got Jess Raymond. Jess, thank you very much for agreeing to do this.
All right.
So firstly, massive congratulations.
Thank you.
This is good news.
Yes, although exactly, it's really getting on my last nerve at the minute, so I don't know what we're doing this again. Never mind.
No, but it's good. And I think what people won't see is that before we started, we've kind of positioned, so we look good, and we do look good now.
Oh, side on view, I don't know.
So when we obviously going to talk about Danny Wayman, and when we did his off-track interview back in sort of beginning of the season, we spoke about kind of Danny's love affection with Love Island, and that's obviously finished now. So what are you guys watching on TV together?
Nothing.
Nothing?
We don't watch any soaps. We do watch Netflix. Danny's a big Vera fan, actually.
Oh, okay.
He loves a bit of murder, crime drama, stuff like that, but we do kind of watch the odd thing on Netflix, Big Bang Theory, Friends. We're a bit boring.
Right, okay, but that's okay. But Love Island was the main thing.
We both love Love Island. Yeah, Danny was obsessed with it every year.
That's good.
Yeah, he's looking forward to next year already.
So talking about Danny, I think he's having his best season to date. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, definitely. He's just got this confidence that he's never had. He's more relaxed at a track. I don't know if it's the one car, whether that helps, or he's such a different person. We've noticed he's a different person. He says after every race, I feel like I could have gone more, I could have done more, I could have gone faster. And I say, well, take that attitude and take it into the World Final, especially after the semi. He was so disappointed he got third. he wanted to get second. His car cut out, and he was like, I felt I could get to Craig. So I just said, take that confidence with you to the world, because you never know what's going to happen at a world final. So
do you two like talk about the races after a meeting and kind of sort of almost review his performance?
He doesn't with me.
Okay.
Not with me. He does he does sometimes with his dad or with Tom. Tom Boy's really good with him, but not with me. I say the wrong things.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're supportive though, right?
Oh yeah.
But in a very harsh way.
In a very harsh way. Yeah. I've always been like that.
So obviously part of the Raymond family. He beat Frank to the first final win back at Bradford. How did that go down up at the farm?
All right.
You okay?
Yeah. No, actually, Frankie watered Danny off. No, he was really, really happy. No, he was. There is a little bit of rivalry there, but I don't think it's nothing anything serious. Like people put on social media, it's nothing like that.
No.
No, he's always happy for him.
Good. So you've mentioned Danny's in a great position going into tonight's Gold Roof race. How do you see the race unfolding?
It's a world final. I think anything could happen. I don't think it's going to rain. It's probably going to stay a bit like this. It might be drizzle. I don't really know. But every world final is different. Yeah. Tom's the man to beat. It depends what Tom does and what everybody else does. Sometimes I say to Danny, just back it off.
Yeah.
Watch everybody else. I've said to him tonight, I say, follow Ryan, see what Ryan does. Let Ryan do all the hard work. And Tom could go into the first bend and pop a tyre, could spin out, or he could run away with it. I don't know. It's about time somebody else had the gold roof.
Yeah. Is there anybody, I mean, Danny aside, Tom aside, who would you like to kind of see take the gold roof then? Somebody different, I'm guessing.
Bobby G.
Yeah.
We love Bobby G. Yeah. Zachary's a huge Bobby fan.
Is he?
Yeah. If it's not Daddy and it's not little Ted or Phoebe, it's definitely Bobby.
A lot of people like Bobby Griffin. What is it about him that people like, do you reckon?
He's got a lovely smile.
Okay.
Sorry, Abby.
She stood behind you.
Yeah, she's one of my good friends. He's just, I don't know what it is. He's coming to racing. He's just got this attitude. He's full on.
Yeah.
He just enjoys it. He has fun, and he doesn't take no prisoners. So it's good. That's what you need in a stock car driver.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we've got Phoebe in the race. We've got JJ in the race. We've got Carl. We've got Frankie, and we've got Danny. Out of the five.
Oh no.
Who
Don't make me pick.
Yeah, this is your last question. And you've done really well.
Danny?
Yeah, if you can't pick Danny, and you want one of those.
Phoebe.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I just think. I mean, could you imagine if Phoebe? I mean, even Katherine. Could you imagine if a girl won at Bradford at World Final? It'd be so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zachary would like me to pick Phoebe. He loves Phoebe. He loves that.
We spoke to Phoebe a couple of minutes ago on the way down to do this, and she seems quite confident, very comfortable.
She's really relaxed. I think she likes where she's starting. She's quite far back, so it's nice. You can watch what's going on in front of her. We've all just said we're really proud of her. We're proud of them all, because it's the first time all five of them, Carl included, has been in the World Final. I say just go out and enjoy yourself. That's all that matters. We're proud of them, whatever happens.
Thanks so much for taking time out.
Right,
Enjoy the meeting. This was good.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't have a drink though, but I've got afternoon tea that I'm waiting to go and have.
How lovely, how lovely. But it's been great to get another perspective on what goes on, so thank you so much.
That's right, no worries.
So at Bradford with Larissa Harrison, wife of 197 Ryan Harrison. Thank you for agreeing to do this.
You're welcome.
So this is take two. So take one was a bit rubbish, you were a bit nervous. Now you're in it.
You've got a really rubbish assistant.
I know. We found
Roger
him.
Bromley for you.
I know. He was homeless. We just kind of gave him.
I don't blame him. Someone's got to take him on.
I should get a medal.
More than a medal.
We did Ryan in terms of interviewing pre-semi-final. There was a lot of downtime. He was eating a lot of cooking apples. Have they become a staple part of your diet now?
No, I've introduced him to the plum tree.
Oh, okay.
He's found the plum tree now, so he's moved on to plums.
Good. They'd look nicer though, because he wasn't enjoying the cooking apples.
No, we put them in pies instead.
Yeah, that was a very odd thing. I don't know what was going on. So talking about Ryan, we've got obviously the World Final race today. The Gold Roof's the one that's eluded Ryan so far. How do you rate his chances tonight?
They're good. He's going into it with a confident head.
Yeah.
You could say he's got a good car. He's worked all week on it. He's had it bloody polished. He's gone full out.
Yeah.
So he wants it, but so does a lot of other drivers.
Yeah, of course.
So, but he's going into it with. He went into it and he said to his dad his plan, and his dad said, "Yeah, go for it. If you want to do that, I'm behind you." So
obviously we weren't asked to share the plan, but it sounds like a good plan.
I didn't think his dad had agreed to it, but he did. So that's how bad they want it.
Good. Tom's been super quick on the show this year. Ryan seems to be the one that's almost took it to Tom. Do you think Ryan is the one to kind of deal with the Tom Harris threat?
I'm sure he's going to try and deal with it, but I think a lot of others are as well.
Yeah.
I think he's got a target on his back, which he knows he has. So how he's going to take that first bend, no one's going to know, but someone's going to give it to him.
Yeah.
Someone's going to have to stop him. So who's it going to be is the question.
Yeah, we'll find out
Yes.
soon. I think it's fair to say that Ryan's a bit of a Marmite character with fans. You know,
I like Marmite.
Do you? But it must get a bit frustrating for you as his wife to kind of sort of read and hear the stick that Ryan gets.
It does, but you sort of take it on the chin sometimes. Sometimes some of the comments you just go, really?
Yeah.
So the more you win, the more you basically stick your middle finger up at him and go, there you go.
Yeah, it's the right way to answer it though, isn't it, in some respects? You've watched loads of these big races. Do you get nervous?
Yes.
Okay. Are you more nervous about watching the World Final or doing this interview?
Oh, I don't know, because I've never done an interview before. The World Final will be tough because, well, put it this way, I've got his mum next to me and I don't know who's got more bruises on the legs from being grabbed, but yeah, we'll have a couple of drinks beforehand to steady the nerves.
Yeah, good. You have two lovely young children. Do they like Ryan the best, or do they like other drivers a little bit more than Ryan?
They love Daddy, obviously Daddy's number one.
Yeah.
They are the first to pick him out on the track. Darcy loves the girls as well.
Yeah.
She has a thing for the girl drivers. She always goes into a race, oh, is there any girls in this, mummy? And she'll pick them out and go, yeah, and she'll always ask, how did the girls get on? And RJ, he's too young, I think, to know anyone else, but...
He'll like girls soon though, won't he?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Larissa, thank you so much for taking time out, and I'm sure kind of Ryan will do something in the race. I'm sure he'll make it entertaining as he always does, so thank you very much.
No problem, thank you.
So I've got Julie Finnikin, wife of 55 Craig Finnikin, here at Bradford. Thank you very much for coming over.
Thank you.
So when we've spoken about Craig prior to this event with other drivers, we've talked about the fact he just appears in a race. He's like the stealth bomber of a stock. Yeah, absolutely. Does he do that at home? Does he just appear in like rooms and you kind of, what are you doing there, Craig?
No, I normally have an idea of where he is, so I wouldn't say he's the stealth at home.
No. Is he clattering around with pots and stuff like that?
No, we don't. Craig doesn't clatter with pots.
So he's starting front row outside.
Yes.
He's kind of got a really good chance tonight at getting that gold roof.
Yep. It's one of them, isn't it? It's just going to be survive. I think maybe survive the first couple of laps and just get out of everyone pushing, and then we'll see what happens. He's fast. He's as fast as Tom, so there's no saying, you know, he can do it.
Yeah, absolutely he can. When we watched the V8 Gold Top race 2 weeks ago, the guy on the outside, Paul, kind of seemed to get the grip and then just sort of drive away. So I think Craig's
good to
know. Yeah, I think Craig's in a really good position starting from there.
Yeah, definitely.
He got the gold back in 2014.
Yeah.
Is it kind of the one title he wants to get again, or is he kind of not really bothered about? Just wants to win something, I guess.
I don't think he's bothered. He's won them all now, hasn't he? And I think he's just here to just have a good time. And if he wins, then I suppose it's a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah. In terms of stock cars is your life. You know, your stock cars are weekends. And at home, is stock cars high on the agenda, or is it like, right, you do that at the weekends? We're talking about other things.
No, because I mean, where we are now, we've moved. He's got his stock cars at home, so there's pictures of stock cars everywhere. So he'll come home, he'll go out into the shed. I'll see bits of stock cars all over the place.
In the dishwasher.
No, we draw a line there, but you know that these stock cars about.
The World Final build-up is quite intense. I'm guessing you've not seen much of Craig this week.
I've not seen him all week. He's been working, he's been busy at work, so he's not been getting in till late, then straight out into the shed. I think the earliest he's been in is maybe 11, 12 o'clock. Suits 1, 2 o'clock he's been working till, so poor lad shattered.
Yeah, but it's a lot though, isn't it? You know, like on top of a day job and then doing, you know, stock cars is a job on its own, isn't it?
It is, definitely.
But you enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean, this is what we do, isn't it? You get used to it. I met him through stock cars, so you sort of, you know what you're signing up to, don't you? But yeah, it's nice when there's not the weekends, because then you do actually get to see him and spend some time with him.
And do something else. I mean, Bradford's lovely, but actually...
Yeah, I've been Bradford a few times. Mini stock cars, seem to be here quite a lot.
So obviously we want Craig to win tonight for yourself.
Definitely.
If Craig wasn't going to win, is there any other driver you particularly like to see take the gold roof?
I don't know. It'd be nice to see Tom win again.
See, Tom and Craig are good friends.
They
That's
are,
what Tom said.
Yeah,
he said they're good friends.
But yeah, it's anyone, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Julie, thank you so much for coming over to talk to us, and you can now have a drink. You were banned from doing that beforehand, weren't you?
I did it for myself, just for you as well.
Well, thank you for abstaining.
Thank you.
So we have Abby Lockwood, Bobby Griffin's fiance here at Bradford on World Final Night. Thank you for agreeing to do this.
Right.
You're dead nervous, but you don't have to be, because we're going to talk about your doggy. So when we have interviewed Bobby at home, the last couple of times, your doggy's been very naughty. He's been catching frogs in the garden, and Bobby's had to go off and deal with it. Have you brought him tonight?
No, with it being at Bradford, obviously no dogs allowed.
Yeah.
He's not here tonight, but he'll be there tomorrow at Northampton. He loves the attention, so...
He does,
Yeah.
he does. So you know when the season's done, are you going to take him dog training? Because he's a very naughty doggy at home.
No, we like a naughty dog.
That's good. Let's talk about Bobby for a second. So he's on inside row 2. There's a lot of noise about Bobby. Do you think there's a lot more pressure on his shoulders going into tonight?
No, I don't think so. Pressure's for tyres, isn't it? So
I like that.
He's fine. I think he's had a lot of people from Tom's rivals, shall I say, but no, he seems fine, yeah.
Okay. And you know, at home this week, obviously, the build-up to the World Final, have you spoken about the race much when you've been having dinner at night time?
We went out for a curry last night. Obviously, you can't plan the race. Nobody knows what's going to happen, so it's just going to be a split-second decision, and we'll just see how it goes.
I spoke to Bobby before we did this, and he seems very calm, very relaxed, very kind of, it'll be what it'll be, and if we get the gold roof, that's brilliant. And I think maybe in races like this, you can't put too much on yourself, because otherwise it's not going to pan out like that, is it?
If it doesn't happen this year, we'll go again next year. There's a silver roof as well, so we'll see how it goes.
See, a lot of people seem to like Bobby. I did an interview for the New Zealand radio show, because I'm dead famous, I'm really famous. And they were saying the New Zealand guys really like Bobby just because of his style of racing and his attitude towards it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's scared at all. He likes to use his bumper, so I think that's what people like.
Absolutely. So you're nervous about doing this, but it's going brilliantly. Do you get nervous watching these championship races when Bobby's in it?
I do the bigger ones, especially where we're starting this year. He's a bit more up the front, so but it's anyone's. We'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally, we know Bobby likes a bit of a drink. He likes his Carling. So if he wins the gold, is there a big party planned?
Hopefully, yeah, I'm sure there will be. The Griffins love a party.
Yeah, they do. They do. Thank you so much for coming over to talk to me, and I hope Bobby does well tonight.
It's all right. Thank you
very much. So I'm at Bradford with Lindsay Harrison, wife of number 2 Paul Harrison. Lindsay, thank you very much for doing this. I'm liking the sunglasses.
Okay, well, you know,
it's very nice and sunny. So we talk about Paul. When he said that Bradford was coming back, that he was going to race on shale again, were you like, I thought we'd done with all this?
To be honest, I've got really fond memories of Bradford.
Yeah.
I've been sort of coming racing with Paul for 30 years now.
How many?
So 30.
30? That's a long time.
So I've got some really good memories, you know, with friends and in the bar and racing moments and everything. So I was quite sort of intrigued when it came to him actually sort of buying. Obviously I had to purchase another shale car. He had one in a container, which then he's brought out and done up. A lot of what I didn't even know. It was all news to me. So it was a case of, if that's what you want to do. I think he thought he'd put it to bed. I think he'd done the shale thing when Coventry closed.
Yes.
But then I think when sort of Bradford was opening, it intrigued him, I think, and he thought, do you know what, I want to give this another shot. So it's his choice. Who am I to make, you know, any difference? And he was quite happy to, and so I'm happy to support him.
Brilliant. There's a lot of talk tonight about sort of Bobby Griffin, Tom Harris, Ryan Harrison, but I think Paul's a really dark horse for this race. His shale form has kind of got better and better and better, and he's quick. I think he's got a real good chance now. What do you think?
You know, you don't win a World Final on the first bend.
No.
We've had lots of ups and downs and heartaches throughout many World Finals. You can never rule anybody out. You always need a little bit of luck as well in any World Final. You can get off straight at the beginning, but the car's got to see it through to the end. Never say never, but how amazing would it be if you did?
I know, absolutely.
It would be a good party.
It would. So you've talked about the ups and downs of World Finals. Obviously, the victory at Northampton, 2014.
No, it was 2011. It's
2011.
10
Wow,
years
2011.
now this weekend.
It was very emotive.
Very.
So I guess if he wins again tonight, we're similar territory, aren't we?
Do you know what? No.
Oh, okay.
Because it was so many years and so much, all the build up to a world final and everything, and you think this could be the year, this could be the year. And when you do that year in, year out, and obviously the family, you know, as they are getting older and growing up, you really want it to be the year, and you try to play it down, but deep down inside you're passionate to want to win it. So when he did win it, I think just all the emotion from all family members, you know, from his father, from all our team have been together for years. I think it just came out. But it was like someone had just lifted this great big weight, like this monkey had been took off his shoulders. And to be fair, ever since then, World Finals haven't had the same intensity and pressure since then.
Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you so much for explaining that. But I get that, and I can really understand, absolutely. If he wins it now, brilliant.
Oh, it'd be great. It'd be like a cherry on the cake, but we don't need it, but it would be fabulous if he did.
Yes, good. And a big party.
Yeah,
So obviously you've got son Bradley racing. So when Paul and Bradley in the same race, who do you watch the most?
It's really tricky. I mean, I've tried to set off watching them both. I think what I'd resign myself to do now is whoever looks as though they're sort of in the lead, who's fighting mostly for position, I tend to watch that one, but just keep sort of flicking my eye back just to check that the other one's still going and no damage or anything like that.
Brilliant, that's a good answer. And they'll like that answer as well, because you've not picked a favourite. So in terms of the build-up this week, has the World Final been a topic of conversation in the house?
Not so much in the house. I think it's probably more at the yard with the lads, you know, when they're working on the car. He talks to his dad about things like that, but no, I think we've been talking more about Married at First Sight in our house this week.
That's a good TV programme, I like that. Obviously we want Paul to win. If he doesn't, who else would you like to win the Gold Reef tonight?
I think knowing how much it meant to us as a family to win it, I think it's really special if someone can win it who's never won it. I think that's really, and someone also that's also had several years in trying and attempting to do that. Just knowing what that feeling is, if you could bottle it and sell it, you know, it's an amazing feeling. Danny Wayman's a nice lad, he's a nice young man, and he's been around the circuit a while, so who knows.
Thank you so much for taking time out and sharing kind of, I guess, what that victory meant to Paul in the first time he won the gold. So thank you very much, good luck Paul tonight, and have a nice relax now. You're done.
Thank you.
So at Bradford with Annette Lund, wife of 53 John Lund. Thank you for doing this, Annette.
It's a pleasure.
So when I was at Sheffield for the consolation semi-final race and John came second, took a lot of courage for me to go and ask him for an interview in the pits afterwards, and I'm stood there like we were, and I'm like, that's John Lund there, he stood there. Do you know when you're at home and he's in the kitchen, do you do the same sort of thing?
No, not at all.
No.
It's just John.
Okay. I don't see that. I don't see it. It's John Lund. But I stood behind you at the consolation semi-final race, and you were getting very animated.
Oh yes, I do. I get very excited.
Yeah. Even now, after all these years.
Yeah, I'm behind him all the way.
Yeah.
I was trying to push the car a bit faster, drive it around the corners, all of that. But it doesn't work. He does what he wants to do.
So when I interviewed him, and we were talking about the fact he was in the World Final at Bradford this year, it really surprised me. He seemed really excited and really, I don't know, a bit humble that he'd made the grid. And I'm like, but I didn't get that. Why is that?
No, just wasn't expecting it. The car went really well. Lady Luck was there as well. It just worked for him. He did so well that day, and he was really, really excited. I think he was like up there, really, all of the meeting. So it just wasn't expected.
No, because that's the thing. Because John's kind of sort of drifted away a little bit, and then since Bradford's come back, he's sort of been a bit more regular here, and obviously did Sheffield. And watching him at Sheffield for me was a bit the John Lund of old. You know, he was up there all meeting, you know, faster than most, and you know, absolutely on pace. So where's that come from? What is that?
I think it was his confidence. Once he got through, there was a big pile up about lap 2, I think, lap 3, and he managed to poke his way through there, which was really lucky, as well as, you know, good driving. And I think his confidence just came back, and the car was going well as well, so it all came together.
Lovely.
So the rest of the meeting, it was just the way, it was like of old.
Yeah, absolutely. So starting right on the back row today, where do you kind of rate his chances from there?
It depends on the yellows, doesn't it? It could get halfway, you could get all the way, I don't know, but I don't care, to be fair. He's in it, and that's all he cares about. He wants the atmosphere and he wants the fun. That's what he's in for.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, right, we talk about the reception that John Lund will get when he comes out onto track. For you as his wife, I mean, how does that feel to sit there and hear that many people just applauding your husband?
It's unreal. It gets my heart, really. I am so proud of him. You know, he's such a gent, and he's always nice to everybody. I'm a different person to him, but I'm sure I wouldn't get a reception like that. So I think, that it does. It's part of him, really, stock cars. I think he doesn't expect it. He never expects it. But it's quite humbling to see.
Absolutely. Because I always think it's odd that you talk about stock car drivers, and they still go to work and they still kind of go shopping. Yet, you know, people see them as these megastars of the sport, and absolutely that they are in our eyes. But say for John on Monday morning, he's going to milk the cows. Yet tonight he's going to have thousands of people applauding him and cheering him. It just seems it's odd, isn't it? It's just an odd thing.
That's what makes it. It's a different peel of the onion, isn't it? It makes life really exciting. You know, which I think John needs actually, because being a farmer, it can be steady away, and he needs an adrenaline rush. This is what gives him that at the moment. So, you know, long may it continue.
Okay, so asking that then, do you think we're going to see a bit more of John now, sort of rest of the season into the next couple of years?
It's time, really. I think he'd like to do them all, but there's just no way with the farm and everything at the moment. But when he has chance, he really, really enjoys getting away, doing his thing, you know. So, when he can, he will.
Good.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll get a bit more time this year.
And if John doesn't win tonight, who would you like to see claim the gold roof?
There's so many.
There's a lot
for different reasons.
But if I had to push you and kind of give me a name and number, where would you go?
I don't know, I'd like someone new to win it. One of the young ones. Because they're coming up in sport. They're going to be tomorrow's races, aren't they? So it'd be quite nice to have a new name. Danny, I think he's got a really good chance. He's driving really well this year. Or a Dutchman, you never know.
We never know. And thank you so much for coming over. And you know, I can't wait for the reception John's going to get, which is going to be phenomenal. And we hope it's a good race, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. Fingers crossed. We'll all have fun. We all come off friends.
Absolutely. Lindsay's watching you. She's nodding her head, going, "Yeah, you've done good." Right, we can go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
As always, welcome, well done, fantastic. Pit safety, as always, look after each other. Okay, it's very busy in the pit, so please be aware, people mooching around. If you're winching cars in and out, make sure someone is sat in the car. Pedestrian access tonight is different to a normal Bradford meeting. If you haven't got a grandstand ticket wristband, you've got to go through there into the stadium. There's no access through gate 12A. The wristband you need to get through that gate is pink, okay? The one-way... As always, on track, it's a one-way system, okay? No U-turns, no cutting across. And whilst on that subject, you do not go on the grass, okay? If you get pushed on the grass, if you end up on the grass, you stop. Don't move, don't try and recover it. You've got to sit still.
We've got green and red. There is no yellows, green or red. On the red, you stop as soon as it is practically possible.
Great to have the world medals as well. And of course, your world champion, ladies and gentlemen, put it all on the line. It's a World Finalists. Go on, make some noise. On the right side, we can't hear. There's some more booze there, but it's only going to have fuel to the fire. If he wins it, once again, Tom House looking for back-to-back successes. And ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Lord Mayor, Councillor Shamir Hussain. catch up with you how much it meant to you not to just be here, but to defend the crown. It's good to see. A lot of people out there probably don't know the real Tom Harris, but this does mean a lot to you. He's got no picture.
No, I was too slow going through the traffic, driving too cautious. All credit to the real being. Get me on the side rail, it kind of woke me up a bit, and yeah, I was lucky to finish. It missed with a lap to go, and then coming off the tender checkered flag, I just made the rundown lap. But yeah, it's an amazing feeling. I can't thank all you fans, because whether you cheer me, you boo me, you hate me, you hurl abuse, all you do is inspire me to better myself. And thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed the race.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they all did. And you are a world champion. It's great to see, once again, back to back. It's not a bad feat at all. Let's talk about some of the restart. I mean, the first one, you made an absolute perfect getaway. We always thought the back marking traffic could be difficult around here, but you got away an absolute dream. And then the second restart, you know, what was going through your head then?
Yeah, the first stage, I know the track was wet enough to set off in top gear. The second, I misjudged it. I set off in top, the engine bogged, and just gave them that chance to get on me. Now the third one, Bobby was running into me, seeing that I put up with it for so long, and then I just had to get going.
Yeah, this is the thing, isn't it? I'm sure it's very difficult being you, because you hear a lot of talk about what people will and won't do at the start of the World Final, especially on pole, especially being the defending world champion. Not many people can get their head down and concentrate on their own race like you.
No, when I got here, I knew I had a job to do, and I got so many people watching me all over the world, America, New Zealand, Australia, and it's kind of more pressure to impress them than actually be here in the race. And I was kind of frustrated on the restart when the Dutch driver went to back, and I had a back marker between me and Craig, and I know the fans want to see him on my back bumper, but when you've done your work to get a back marker and a bit of a gap, it was kind of frustrating. But you know, all credit to everybody, and like I said before, I hope you enjoyed the race, because it was fantastic from where I was sitting.
Yeah, it certainly was absolutely fantastic. Come on then, let's hear it for Tom Harris! Fantastic to see. World champion once again, and rightly so. So, we're going to have some photos down in a minute. We'll have a quick chat with you whilst we're waiting for that. Incredible performance in the time trials. You did a really good job over there, and to come home, finish a race like this, which was hectic, must be over the moon.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was, and you've had a smile on your face all weekend so far, and there's plenty more racing still to come, so I'm sure we'll see you a bit later on as well.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, personally, I just want to say a massive thank you for making the trip over, because it's not been easy, is it? There's been a lot of paperwork and everything to fill out. It's not been easy at all.
Really special thanks to Martijn Autos to fix that for us.
Yeah, no, superb, and thank you to you.
So, out Bradford and third place in the World Final, number 2, Paul Harris. A massive congratulations, Paul.
Thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, it's great. I'm buzzing.
You spoke to me at King's Lynn and you were like, I feel quite confident about Bradford.
I was sort of kidding myself, I think. You know, I was trying to just G myself along. I came here just one time this season, and I wasn't great. It was the first time I've been out on shell with the new engine and everything, but it was mint. You know, the car was all right there. It felt real good from the start, and I was happy. I felt comfortable. Lee and Tom, obviously they were away, but I was fine. I had a scrap with a couple of cars during the race, and I actually enjoyed it. It was good.
Because a couple of years ago you were like, right, I'm just going to do a bit of tarmac and that's it. And now we're here at third place in the World Final.
At this stage of my career, it's awesome. I really am pleased, because having previously been seconds and thirds and not having stood on the top step, it was painful previously, being underneath the guy that was stood up above you. But this year, having stood there, it wasn't painful at all. I actually quite enjoyed it.
Because you've done that, you've won the gold reef, and so actually anything else is a bonus now, isn't
Absolutely that, yeah, you're right, Jonathan. And it was great. It was an amazing crowd, you know, in the current circumstances, to see so many people, to make the effort and to give us such a good reception. We couldn't ask for more. It's great, and you know, fair play for Steve Rees for getting this stadium back on the map and getting the crowds in and the drivers here. We're all really appreciative of what he's created for us.
Because the parade, that was brilliant, you know, and outside the stand, and you know, going round turns 1 and 2, and the crowd, everybody was huge applause for everyone. It was great.
Yeah, it was. It's fabulous. You know, right from when we went out, as you say, for the parade lap, and then the reception that we've just received as runners up, and Tom obviously, it's brilliant. Yeah, I'm really chuffed.
So lots of race stoppages. Were you like, well, we need to get going?
That is painful. You don't need that. I remember back in 2011, 10 years ago, when I was fortunate enough to, there was 2 or 3, maybe even 4 stoppages then, and it does get you a little bit. You know, when you get a good run in a particular start, and then the yellow flags come out, it's like, here we go again. But fair play to Tom. He rode every one of them, and he was just on it, wasn't he? I mean, we all said to each other that basically it was his to lose. He was coming here as the top man. We've seen his performances around here, and he's just lived up to the hype, and he's absolutely, you know, he's deserving of his 3rd victory. So well done to him, and to Lee. I can imagine he probably feels a little bit of pain because he's still good enough and young enough to feel as though he wanted to stand on that step.
He had one chance to get Tom, I think, and he came very close, and then Tom kind of got away again.
Don't mention it during the interview.
I will not do that.
That'll give him even more pain.
I'm only just talking to you about it. That's it, because it's a close group.
No. He's trying to forget that already.
Listen, Paul, massive congratulations, and get your car sorted for the final.
Cheers.
Thanks so much.
Cheers.
So runner-up at the World Final, 2-on-7, Lee Fairhurst. Lee, it's a great result, and I guess a frustrating result, because you're nearly there.
Yeah, I got to him at one point as he went for the back markers, and just got to him at the wrong point in the track, really. And obviously just trying to tuck him behind him and try and get a good hit going into the next bend, but I don't know, I'll have to watch it back, but in my mind, obviously, just gone 5 car lengths by the time I got back on the gas, and he was gone. But yeah, he's so quick in that car. He literally, I was driving it on the ragged edge to try and get up to him, you know, to try and extract everything out of the car, which I think I did. But yeah, I was happy with the car's pace, and I think the car come on a bit towards the end, and just couldn't quite get there for the last bender, could we? So
no, I mean, when you caught Tom, it looked like Tom had kind of almost sort of not spun a little bit, he'd gone a bit wide, and you kind of bounced off him. It was a bit,
yeah, he kind of obviously as he approached the back mark, he just caught his back wheel, I think, and straightened him up through the bend, which let me get underneath him, and then I just got to be inside him a bit too eager, I think, instead of just slotting in behind him. But you know, you only get one chance, and that was probably it, and he was gone by the time he got into the next corner. So
but as sort of the beginning part of the race, you were catching Tom, you know, visibly you could see you getting closer and closer. I thought,
yeah, I think when you're second and you're chasing the lead, I've been in that position where I've been leading and someone's chasing me, but when you're leading, you've got everything to lose. That can't be Roger, because Roger's behind the camera.
I don't know who that could be.
Yeah, I'm just getting grew up mid interview. Sorry, viewers.
Dave loves that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'd say I've been leading big races before and being chased by second, but when you're in second, you've got nothing to lose, only to gain from the leader. Whereas as Tom was going through back markers, he was obviously trying to be cautious and not get his wheels collected, and I was just really trying to reel him through them and get to Tom. So yeah, it's one of them things, isn't it? He's drove a great race, and he deserves it. So at the end of the day, so
were you frustrated with the number of restarts? Because it's almost like you got going and then we stopped going, and you got going, and the adrenaline and you kind of how you're looking at the race is going to change, isn't it?
Yes and no. A couple of them had a couple of good starts, but one of them was really bad for me, and he restarted it, which I was happy about. But yeah, just kind of I think the outside wasn't the place to start. It was a bit boggy around the outside, and the inside lane was coming. I mean, I think row 3 were trying to almost pass me coming out of turns 4 as we were starting. On every restart, there's literally nothing I could do about it because I couldn't get the traction coming out. And I'm assuming Finn had the same problem because he was nowhere near Tom on most of the starts, including the single file starts. So yeah, once I got the opportunity to get past to Finn, I took it and tried to chase him down.
There's a lot of conjecture about how the race had sort of pan out in the beginning. Was it kind of how you thought it was? Because nobody really got to Tom today, you know.
Yeah, well, he's starting off pole position, he got the quickest car, you know, that's how it's going to pan out, isn't it, unless you get the bumper in. But like I say, we just couldn't quite get close enough to get a reasonable shot on him, and he drove away with it.
Lee, thanks so much. I know you're happy and a bit like.
Yeah, I mean it's one of the things, isn't it? It's good to get second, you know, but at the same time, once you've won it, nothing else is good enough. You're just chasing that top step again. Yeah, we'll get there. I'll be double world champion again one day, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
You know,
I'm sure.
Take some confidence from this and use it for the shootout and going forward, for next year.
Cheers, mate. Thanks so much for coming over. And are you going out in the final?
I don't know yet. The gearbox will make a bit of racket as my dad was driving it off, so we'll just take a look at that first.
Because you were driving that car quick, so it's like
it's on the ragged edge.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, we'll check that over and hopefully we can get out for the final.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks so much.
Cheers, thank you.
So here we are with Tom Harris. Tom, massive congratulations. You retained the gold wreath.
I can't believe it. You know, to run a world final at Bradford, I never thought it'd happen in my generation, and to come here, get on pole as defending champion, and then to go through them restarts and then the cautions. You know, it was a long race, but over the moon with the result.
I felt like I lived it a bit with you this week because we spoke at the beginning of the week, spoke a couple of times, and I've got to do a job at Bradford, and you did, and I think you were under immense pressure because there were so many restarts.
Yeah, it was hard to keep my cool set in the car, especially after the first start. I got a good start, and then the second start I messed up massively and allowed Craig to get me, and I got tangled up, and then I composed myself again, and I was never going to give him another chance. I was kind of frustrated that they took the back marker out between us on the caution. That really frustrated me. I thought I'd got a gap and got into the traffic and earned that bit of cushion, and but yeah, it was a long race, and I was struggling with like 3 to go. I was struggling before in back markers. I was being too patient. It's so hard to pass here, and I see Lee coming, and I was so hesitant on the back markers not to make a mistake, and then allowed Lee to get the inside of me. He gave me a tap on the side rail, and then I just got my head down and made sure I hit my marks, and got as close to as most perfect laps as I possibly could, and it came off. It was fantastic.
Because to be fair to Lee, he did gain on you, didn't he? He was catching you, which I think surprised quite a few people.
Yeah, immensely. I slowed down way too much. I was way too cautious with the traffic, and luckily, thankfully for me, he gave me that wake-up call, and then I passed. I buried one of the Dutch guys at the top, and then I gave it Frankie JJ down this bottom corner, and. I was on a mission then, and then with like 3 to run, I was okay on the banking, but I was struggling in 1 and 2. And basically, I got across the line, it ran out of fuel.
Really?
It was like lazy in the middle of the corner, and I couldn't figure out why, but it was okay on the banking, and then I could literally cross the line, it went and
because there was that danger, wasn't there? There was always that talk at the beginning of the meeting. Would drivers run out of fuel?
Especially with like the restarts and then the cautions. And like trying to run it as least as possible, but then he started to get warm, so I wanted to run it to keep the engine cooler. It was dead difficult what to do, and Lady Luck was on my side this time, definitely.
Listen, Tom, massive congratulations.
No, thank you.
Deserved victory. You controlled the race, and
thank you.
Another year to have the gold roof.
Yeah, fantastic. Being a 3 times world champion, I never thought it would happen. I never thought I'd win it once, and then not just to win it 3 times, but to go in as defending world champion and then come away with a trophy again is something I've only ever dreamed of, and the legends of the sport have managed to do. So absolutely over me on the wheel, and I'd like to say a big thanks to the crowd for coming and bearing with us on the restarts, and also I'd like to say a big thanks to Jamie and the Davidson family, putting me in a fantastic equipment. My dad, my mum, my stepmum, my whole family for putting up with me, and Roger's waving at me. Thanks, Roger, for my pet talk this morning. No, just everyone that's been involved, Mick and the lads and Rob and Luke and everybody that comes in and grafts week in and week out, whether I do good or rubbish or crash or win. Those guys are there, and to win big races, you need a fantastic team behind you, and I've got an incredible team.
Brilliant. A great place to leave it. Cheers, Tom. Thanks so much. Well done.